Hello everyone, Spathy here. Today I want to teach you how to archive print an LES from cradle to grave. So to start, you want to go to your Mech Printer. Any of these four is going to work. Today I'm going to go with Mech Printer Portrait version 2. So when you double click it and open it up for the first time, it's going to ask you for a host LU name. If you don't know what your LU name is, you can get it from your Tazo. It'll be your Mech Printer ID. Go ahead and punch mine in and hit OK. And if your ID is valid, after a few moments it will change from connecting to ready. So once you have it ready, the first thing you want to do after that is to actually set up your Mech Printer settings. So if you click on File, go to Page Setup, change your margins. They will all be 0.5 from the start. Change them to look like this. Keep left the same and set all the rest to 0. Once you've done that, click on Page Options and change your columns per row. Click on the bottom orb and then change this to 135. This is generally the one that will work. If your pages do still come out a little bit wonky, you may have to come back and adjust this setting a little bit as needed. Click OK, then click OK. Now your Mech Printer is set on the page setup, but you want to see where it's going to print to as well. So click on Print Setup. And you have a couple of options here. One, you can set it to set output to printer and change it to PDF. This will be if you want it to actually pop up with a dialog box once it's ready to print. Another option is to send output to file and just find somewhere on your drive and put .txt at the end. You can use the browse button here as well. Today we'll use set output to printer and change it to the PDF. Once that's set up, click OK, and then you are ready to open up DJMS. So go back up here and open up whichever Mech model you use. And log in. Once you're logged in on this screen, now you have to associate your user ID with your new Mech Printer ID. In order to do that, you'll go to JYBY. Hit 2 for update. And it will show probably some printer ID in here already. So the ID that you want to put in here is the first digit of your Mech Printer ID and the last 3 digits of the ID. So mine, Mech Printer ID is PBSC7BV8. So I need to change it to PBV8. Once I hit enter, it'll say that it's been updated and to exit. So to ensure that the update actually does happen, once you get back to this screen, type in BYE, B-Y-E. Then you can log back in. This will refresh your session and associate the IDs correctly. To test it out, go to JLEA, punch in your social or the customer's social or whomever, pull up any LES, and you'll see these options down at the bottom. Now you know all the standard ones of scrolling forward and backward and going back, but there's also this F9 one down here for printing. Any screen you see F9 on, you can hit F9 and print to your printer as long as it's set up. Sometimes it's pretty helpful for JJAA screens as well. So before I'm going to hit F9, I want to pull up my Mech Printer so I see it. That way I can tell once I hit print, it will actually print. There's a couple of things that'll pop up since I'm printing to PDF, but let's have a look. If you hit F9, it will show printing over here on the box. And then since I'm doing PDF, again, it will actually pop up with a dialog box for me. So now I can print this, save this as any file name I want to any location I want, hit save, and now I'm all set. I'll actually go and check, and you see I've done this a few times. I open it up, now I can see my LES. So we know that regular LES printing is working, so now we can archive print. The reason why I say to test regular LES printing first is because regular LES printing is instantaneous. It's going to pop up instantly when you hit print. Archive printing can take a few minutes. It could take up to 10 or 20 minutes during a busy part of the day. So that's why I wanted to show you that piece first. So to archive print, we're going to go to JLES. Here's the main screen for LESs, and we want to go to the archive print system. So you'll hit view here. And now I'll punch in the social again. And I can do either one record from an archive year, or I can do entire year's worth. The multi-records has no limit, so you can print 15 years worth of LESs all at once if you want to. Keep in mind that the more that you're going to print, the longer it's going to take for it to load out of the Mech Printer. So here I'm going to use January to December of 2011. So right from this screen, since F9 is down here, I can hit F9 directly from the screen, and it will say sent to local printer. And there you see, it started printing and it came up. So I saved it as hello. And when I open it up, there you have it. So 1 to 31 January, all the way through the end of the year. And that's how to archive print LESs.